Alrighty, I should be live. What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna be doing VoiceCraft and going over VoiceCraft. What VoiceCraft is a new open source text-to-speech zero-shot text-to-speech system, and it works pretty good actually, what I'm using it for is speech editing, and this is the first open source speech editing AI TTS that I've actually seen, and it's pretty fantastic. Man, I feel like, well, let me just show it off and go through that. Well, actually, before I show it off, today's stream, I'm just kind of going through VoiceCraft, and I'm gonna try to get it installed on Windows because I ran into some issues trying to install it on Windows earlier, and I would like to get it working on Windows, but yeah, we'll see. But right now, let's just go ahead and run the code. I'm running it in WSL, and just kind of give you a demonstration on what VoiceCraft is and what it can do. What's up, Dermel Shaw? Thank you for tuning in. There will be collab. This one does have a collab for it, but that might, I don't know if I'll be able to get to that in this stream for the collab. So it is a very new repository, so it is up and still being developed on, but there are Jupyter notebooks in here, so those should be able to be ran inside of a collab notebook. But I think it's got a little bit of some environment setup that you'd have to do, which is pretty involved. But okay, let me explain a little bit on what I'm going through right now. So the way VoiceCraft seems to work is you give it an audio file, so VoiceCraft is split into two different ones. It's split into a zero-shot TTS system to where you can generate new text based on an audio sample, and then it's also a speech editing TTS system. So what I can do is provide it a WAV file, and then I can provide it the transcript of that WAV file, which is what I have here. And then I can provide the edited transcript that I would like to do. So here I have the original transcript, which is this line right here. And then down below, I've got the edited transcript. And so if we take a listen to the two files, you can actually see it's pretty good. So let's take a listen to this one. This is from one of my YouTube videos, like the code that I trained the project on. And that is the birth of the project that I created today, which is that YouTube commenter. Now, so that's the original file, and then here is the edited voice file, like the code that I trained the project on. And that is how I got the YouTube commenter. Now, and so it sounds really good, but I cut out quite a bit of the sentence here, and just said, instead of "that is the birth of the project that I created," I just made it say, "and that is how I got the YouTube commenter." I could also change it up a little bit. So let's say, like, the stuff that let's say trained the code on. I don't know, we'll just run it with that. F5 it and get it going, and we'll see how well it does with this. Now, I have figured out that it is, if you insert it only in one part of the sentence, it generally outputs a little bit better to where it doesn't sound like it's been modified. But if you try to add something like at the end, and then at the middle, and then at the beginning, it gets a little spotty. So we'll wait for this one to finish. Right now it's doing some type of alignment, and so once it does that, it outputs to a CSV file, and I believe it's using all of this in unison to get those edited speech files. But I haven't actually read through all the details for the code implementation. I've just been working on trying to get it installed and working. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a listen to the original output, like the code that I trained the project on. And that is the birth of the project that I created today, which is that YouTube commenter. Now, so that's the original file, and then here's the edited one, like the stuff that I trained the code on. And that is how I got the YouTube commenter. Now, all right, so that one is a little bit, you could tell that one has a little bit of hiccups in there, but that's because I did a couple of modifications. I changed a part right here, and then I changed a part later on in the sentence. But if I just change one word, it's pretty spot on. So now, with the quick demo out of the way, I want to try to get it installed in Windows, and so that's gonna be what this stream is revolving around. So let me just go ahead and hop into the GitHub repository real quick. Okay, so here we got the VoiceCraft repository. Everything is open sourced as of right now, right? I believe so. The model weights and everything, all the code that you need to start inferencing and generating is up on here, as well as if you want to do additional training on the model. But that is beyond what we're going to attempt to do today. Instead, I'm just going to try to get this installed on Windows. Now, I also ran into quite a bit of issues trying to get this installed on WSL, but and then I wasn't able to get it installed on Windows, but we'll see what we can do now that I've got a little bit of experience and actually have it running in WSL. Okay, so to do this, what I'm going to do is pop open, yeah, give me a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me move the instructions to the right side, and then on this left-hand side, I'm going to have my PowerShell window. Oh, yeah. Boy. Huh. Okay, I guess it doesn't like, I guess the stream doesn't allow me to show my PowerShell window, apparently. So I guess we'll just do it inside of VS Code. So let me open it up in VS Code, get that up and going. And then we'll actually just close out of this. So we'll start a new window. Close out of that. And then VS Code. Open up this window. Okay, cool. So we got VS Code here on the left-hand side. Then we've got GitHub on the right so that we can kind of follow the instructions a little bit. So I'm gonna open up a, actually, let me open up a new terminal real quick. What's up, Ryu Okawa? If you train longer, are the results comparable to Tortoise? Well, that's something we'll see in the future. It's completely new it's completely new, and I don't think anyone's gotten through training their own models on it yet. I think the weights just got uploaded today, but that'll probably be in the future. Definitely possible. All right, so here we are inside of PowerShell on code, but I need to go to the directory that I want to access. So code, and then here I can do git clone so we can get this repo installed. Okay. Cool. So now we can cd into VoiceCraft and see what we got here. What's up beyond the last page? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I will be doing a video on this one. It's actually pushing it pushed back my development on the AI voice cloning repository because this one seems to be pretty cool and it caught my interest. Now, all right, so I ran into issues trying to install this Montreal Force aligner. This one was taking like, it didn't even install after like an hour when using Conda. So I think one of the issues was I was running into something with AudioCraft, and I think AudioCraft might have an issue in Windows, which was causing me to not be able to download it in Windows. So let me go ahead and actually just drag in VoiceCraft into code here so that we can see it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start running these installations. So let me see if it'll allow me to use Mamba. Okay, so I'm actually going to use Mamba to make this, and Mamba is quicker, I've come to find out, than Conda. And so we're just going to use Mamba, do that installation. And hold on. I think I messed that up. Conda install. Wait, hold on. I gotta do one more thing. MFA installation. That is not the one that I want to do. Montreal. Forced line. Okay. So what I actually want to do is this one right here. So Mamba create aligner. Instead, we're gonna call this one VoiceCraft. Right. Did it get it? MM? Yeah. Okay. So, meanwhile, while that is going, I wanted to see if I could. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's see. No. Let me cancel. I need to do Python equals 3.916 as well. Okay, create VoiceCraft Conda Forge Montreal Force Align. Boom. What's up, Pat Collins? There is not a hugging face space yet. So the highlighted area right here on the right hand side, they are working on a hugging face spaces demo. So we'll see when that happens in the future. So right now what I'm just working on is trying to get it resolved on Windows locally. I think some people have had success with VoiceCraft using the Jupyter notebooks that are provided with the repository and just running that on Google Colab. So I believe that has, I believe people have done that successfully. But okay. All right, we'll get this one going. Yeah, I think I was running into some of the ES speak issues as well. Okay, so now we can activate VoiceCraft. Oops. Mamba activate VoiceCraft. Activate. Why is it not changing it? That changed it. Is this the right one though? Python version. I guess so. well, I guess that worked. Okay, so that worked. Now let's go ahead and install PyTorch. So what I actually found out is PyTorch, for some reason, PyTorch 11.7 was not using CUDA. And so I found out that if you actually just use 11.8, it doesn't break the repository and it'll work. So we'll go into the PyTorch installation here and we'll do pip. For some reason, the Conda one also did not work, so we're just going to go with the pip installation for PyTorch. And oh, that's a hefty file, 2.6 gigabytes. So we're going to be here for a little bit of time. But in the meantime, what I can actually do is I've got the files already inside of my WSL environment. So what I actually want to do is just go into that environment so I can move them. And CD code, CD VoiceCraft. Okay, so what I can do now is just copy the pre-trained models from here into my into where I have it right now. So let me see if I remember this. Jared, OneDrive, desktop, code, VoiceCraft. CP cannot stat. No such file. Pre-trained models. Pre-trained models. All right, recursive. I think that's what the R means here. All right, so we've got the 330 that copied over, and then 830. Okay, cool. And then I also want to do the same for the encodec. And so what I'm doing actually right now, just for those of you who are not familiar with this, is I'm just downloading I'm getting the encodec model, and then I'm getting the weights. And those can be found on the GitHub repository here. And since I already have that installed in my WSL environment, I'm just moving it over into my main one, if that makes any sense. Okay. And then so I can actually just move this data folder, copy data and move this into the same thing. So I'm actually just going to do this data. Alright, so that gives me the encodec model, and then that gives me the manifest, which I need. Now I don't think I need this PyCache file, so I'm going to delete that. Alright, cool. So I believe those are all the files that you would need, which is the encodec and then the weights. Here's the weights link right here. So, let's see. Yeah, I was looking for a Hugging Face space there, but I didn't see any, so. Alright, let's check back on Torch. Right, looks like it's finished up. Ooh, wait, okay, no, I already installed MFA. So let me just check. I'll have to check to see if MFA is working. Alright, so now that that's all up and done, MFA. Alright, so it looks like it's working. perfect. So MFA is working. No, that is good to go. So let's run this installation here to install AudioCraft. Okay. And I think when I install AudioCraft, it's going to create an Xformers issue. Let me see if there's Xformers in here. Yeah, Xformers, as that's what I was running to earlier. So we'll see if we hit that one more time. All right, running setup. Okay, cool. So, all right, that ran without any issues. Let me see what my TensorBoard. Oops, I totally butchered that spelling. TensorBoard. All right, no TensorBoard. So let's go ahead and install TensorBoard. Show Phonemizer. No Phonemizer. Go ahead and do that. Pip show torch audio. All right, we do have torch audio. It's at 2.20. Okay. Let's see pip show data sets. All right, no data sets. So go ahead and install that. And then last would be pip show torch metrics. All right, oh, we already have it, but it's at a different version, so we'll downgrade it. All right. And that is technically all of the installs that I would need. So yeah, it's gonna be this one right here. And so let's go ahead and type to choose a kernel source. Now, I actually don't know how to run Jupyter notebooks inside of VS Code. So let's see. Is IPY kernel a thing? It is a package. So okay, I guess I can just do Mamba instead here. Okay, throw that in there. Okay. All right. So now Conda's gonna run through it, and man, I feel like my mic, my mic audio is continually going down in OBS. It's like getting quieter and quieter. Okay, cool. Go ahead and do that. Get those up and installed. Alrighty. Alright, all done. Okay. Choose a kernel source. Let me see, maybe I need to install some type of extension for Jupyter notebooks. Jupyter language support. Is this how we do it? How to use how to use Jupyter notebook in VS Code. Look at the Jupyter notebooks. Jupyter. Use Python select interpreter. Select. Next, select a kernel using the kernel picker. After selecting a kernel, the language. Huh? Yeah, but it's, I have to choose some type of kernel. It's not popping up. Normally you can just like collab or something like that, but it's not popping up. Okay, I have Python selected. Okay, let's choose this one. Okay. Freaking VS Code. Okay. Kernel VS Code. I should have installed Jupyter extension in VS Code. Okay. Jupyter. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Jupyter. Jupyter. Ah, what's going on here? Extension is not compatible with code. Extension requires code 1.860. Uh-huh. Let me update. Where are you, stupid update? Where the heck? Welcome. Show documentation editor. Show release notes. Join us. Search. Alright, I'm gonna make this full screen. For me, VS Code was working perfectly like in February, and then like some changes were executed and it just messed up everything. Alright, normally there's a button that I can just click inside of help that allows me to update it, but VS Code installation. Let's just update it this way. Or let's see. How to update VS Code Windows 11. How to update. Okay. Yeah, there's no check for updates here. Settings, update, for updates. Extension auto check for updates. Yes. Configure whether you receive automatic updates. Ah, here we go. Yes. Okay. There we go. That's the option right there. All right, here we go. Check for updates. There's the button. I think when I got frustrated back in February, I turned off the button for updates instead of VS Code. All right, we're back in business. What's up, Lokesh Art? Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Gemini, a Gemini demo. Unfortunately, I don't have. I probably wouldn't have the time to do it. So that sounds pretty involved. Yeah, I hardly have enough time to keep up with the projects that I'm running right now. So unfortunately, I don't think I'd be able to do something like that at this time. Okay. Restart to update. VS Code is updating. And we're in business. Okay. Cool. Alright, sweet. Looks like we're in. Looks like it's working, so that's what I'm talking about. V2 for AI voice cloning. I will have V3 for the AI voice cloning repository up pretty soon. V3 just means that you'll be able to make tokenizers for other languages and train other languages if you want to. So I've found that it's actually pretty consistent and pretty stable. So that'll be the next thing, to be done. All right, cool. So now we're done with that VS Code malarkey. Let's go ahead and start running these. Alrighty. Parameters. This was an issue I was running into earlier, where it wasn't detecting if I had a GPU. So in this case, I can check explicitly is available. True. All right, cool, perfect. So we do have Torch available. All right, that finished. Wait, that finished? Huh? Did it finish? No, that most definitely did not finish. There's definitely an error up here somewhere. Okay, so what I actually ended up doing earlier was bringing all of this into a new Python file. So that's actually what I'm going to do right now. Just save this as a new Python file. So just go ahead and do this real quick. Copy that. Rename this. And we'll call this .py. And we'll just copy over everything. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Cool. So now we can run everything inside of here. Display. Eh. Display Python object in all ends. Why is it? Did I do something wrong? Maybe display isn't display might not be a Python thing. So all right, so here we are, all of those in here. Going to set a breakpoint, run it, and see what our device is. Make sure it's CUDA. Device CPU. So this is what I was actually running. This issue I was running to earlier. So what's weird inside of VS Code is usually when you run the code, it will actually run the environment that you have selected in the bottom right corner. But for some reason, I actually have to activate it inside of the terminal here, which it wasn't like that before. So just some complaints. All right, let's go ahead and run that. Thank you for tuning in, Doyen. Thank you. Hello. Okay. All right. That sucks. All right, so let me try Python import torch.cuda.is available. All right, true. It is true here. So if it's true, then why is it not true here? That is the difficulty. CUDA available visible dice. I think I saw someone say they put 0 here. I think this actually might be it. And that allowed it to be seen. All right, we're in business. Okay, so 0, slap that to 0, and it can be seen. All right, let's continue along until we get an error. Ideally, we'd like to see 0 errors, but that is probably not going to be the case. Yep, here we go. All right. What we have here is, I can't speak. What we have here is no CSV file was created, so we actually don't have CP inside of Windows. We can do shutil and do shutil move to copy to orig audio to temp folder, and do that and comment this guy out there. All right, so we'll actually just stop here and start stepping through. So I don't know about you guys, but anytime that I try to do that I work through code, I just step through it. Stepping through code is probably the best way you can figure out how something works. So that is it. Okay, FA alignments. Let's see if the folder was created. Oh, this here is actually I gotta delete these because it's kind of already there and exists, so I want to make sure that it actually creates it. Okay. No file such directory. Oh shoot, did I copy over the wrong? No, I got the right one. Oh. Both of those were copied out. That's weird. Go ahead, run that again. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and see if it'll run MFA line. Okay, so there's our first issue. So what I figured out you have to do is you have to install this MFA model. So let's see. We can use help inside of MFA to get through this installation. So MFA H. Oops. Let's do help. Okay. And what we want to do is MFA models download, and then I'll do another help tab. Well, actually I might not need it. I think what we do need is this one. This is what I did earlier. Oh, acoustic. Okay. Download acoustic. And then there. I think that'll get it. Right, so it's taking a little bit of time. I think it's a success for that. All right, perfect. Now let's go ahead and rerun this here to see if we can get MFA working correctly. Multi-factor authentication. Okay, could not find English US ARPA for dictionary. Okay, so maybe I also need to, maybe I do also need the dictionary here as well. Dictionary. All right, let's run through that. Invalid value for dictionary path. Okay. Let's run through one more time. Oh man. Hey Lokesh, I appreciate you asking for help, but the chat's not for that, unfortunately. So I'd appreciate it if you don't try to self-advertise here. That's a pretty involved issue, so you'd probably have to well, you'd have to put all the puzzles together, so that's a pretty difficult issue, so. Dun, dun, dun. 65 seconds. That is a long time. But let's see. It did actually create them, so that's good to see. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and run through it. Right, wget is not recognized and move. All right, so what uses those two? Pi. Where did the W get come from? Is this new? I don't recall seeing this when I... Oh, oops. I have to modify these in my code, or else it's gonna try to pull them. Alright, so pre-trained. Go ahead, copy the relative path for this. We'll change that to a / pre-trained. Oops. Oh, actually, I can just do this. 830 and then encodec. Okay, actually, let me just do that. Let me move it inside of that pre-trained models folder. Make it a little bit nicer. Alright, let's see how this one goes through. TTS with RVC. I'm assuming that's the AI voice cloning repository. What type of assistance do you need with it? Are you running into any issues? Any type of error codes that are occurring? Stuff like that. Might be able to... That is a topic that I know, so might be able to help there. Okay, let's go ahead and step through this. Alright, exists. Key error raised while resolving interpolation. Environment variable user not found. Okay, I think this was the issue from it. Right. Let's go ahead and search this one up. I don't think I found a resolution to this one. I think this one was the one that made me switch to WSL actually. Aircraft. Installed AudioCraft. Either set export user. Who am I? Okay, well, let me just do this one actually. Username Jared. Okay. Huh? Module OS has no username. OSU name is that? You name. Sorry, Lokesh. I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about. So, what are you referring to? This one, the one that I'm working on right now. That's currently what I'm working on. Is trying to get it working. Okay, that doesn't work. What is this? Exploit user. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let me see what error I'm getting. Yeah. All right, let's do this again. What's up, Zenith? Thank you for tuning in. Free voice changer. The best voice changer that is out there still currently is the one that I went over with almost half a year ago, which would be either W Okada or the RVC voice changer. Those are the best local open source ones, but the only thing is that they don't have zero latency, so that's the only trade-off, unfortunately. All right, let's try this instead. Let's go ahead and, if you're wondering where I got this line from, I have a Claude 3 window opened up on my second computer, so I asked it for some help. I how you get the fastest TTS with RVC and CPU. Fast and CPU don't go together in the same sentence for these AI models, unfortunately. If you're trying to run anything CPU, most models are going to run really slow on that. So I don't think you're going to be able to get too far. Now, I know there are some architectures that are optimized for CPU, but most of them are not right now. So that's the only unfortunate thing. Key error raised. Environment variable user not found. Okay. Well, what in the heck? Anything interesting about VoiceCraft? Yes. VoiceCraft has piqued my interest because it allows for audio editing, and so what audio editing, like you can take an audio sample and give it a transcript, and then you can run it through VoiceCraft to change that audio sample to say a certain other word. So I showed a sample a little bit earlier in the stream, and I won't be able to pull it up right now, but I'll be having a video coming out on it in the future, so just look forward for that. It's pretty cool. Why is it looking for user? that's such a weird. What the heck? Yeah. For quality, we're closer to, well, I guess we could say tortoise, but I actually haven't taken a look too much at the zero shot capabilities of it, because then I'd be able to kind of get on a, I'd kind of be able to compare it a little bit better that way. But here, actually, just give me 1 second. I'll show you real quick. So, let's see. Let's see. Let me close out of this one. All right, WSL. Let's go to CD code, CD VoiceCraft, and then code this one up. Okay. So let's take a look right here. What it actually allows you to do is, let's say I have a transcript for a sentence. Let's see. And I want to change it to say something along the lines. I want to take some things out of the sentence and add some different words. And so what I can do is take the original transcript, bring it down into the target transcript, and I could just say, or I could just change a different a word in here. So like, instead of say code, I'm gonna say like the stuff, and run the inference, and it'll change the original word code into stuff. So without going into too much technical detail, that's what it will do. Uh-oh. Don't tell me. VoiceCraft. Oh, okay. Voice conda activate VoiceCraft. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna run this. It's currently running at the moment, and we'll compare original audio sample to the output audio sample. So hey Lokesh, your questions, I see them, but you're just repeating your questions. In this case, you aren't able to. Okay, in this case, you're gonna need a GPU. So if you're trying to run any of the stuff on CPU, unfortunately, you can't do any of it. That is the raw truth, unfortunately, because of the hardware and compute that you need for these projects. So if you don't have a GPU, you're not gonna be able to run these. All right. And then, but for VoiceCraft, here, we'll take a listen to the original audio, which is this one here. Like the code that I trained the project on. And that is the birth of the project that I created today, which is that YouTube commenter. Now, and then in this one, I will have changed that transcript from code to stuff. So it's going to say stuff in the beginning. Like the stuff that I trained the project on. And that is the birth of the project that I created today, which is that YouTube commenter. Now, so you're able to edit pieces out of an audio sample with new words to say. So in this case, I changed code into stuff. But it's I can't think of a succinct way to explain it well right now because it's all still fresh and new to me right now. Lokesh, you can't run a virtual GPU just because the hardware, like if you're trying to do a virtual GPU, still your hardware for it isn't going to be able to, the hardware of a CPU unfortunately cannot mimic the hardware of a GPU. That's just a physical constraint. Yeah, and Azim, that's all zero shots. So it does really good here. I'll show you one more sample. Let's say instead of just changing one word code, like we'll say like all of the stuff I was working on, and we'll go ahead and run that one more time. So the original transcript would be this guy up here, and then I changed kind of like this first part of the sentence for all of the stuff I was working on. And this stuff down here is actually, this is the only part that takes the most time, which is the alignment. But alrighty. Dora directory. Alright, let's take a listen to that new sample.
like all of the stuff I was working on. And that is the birth of the project that I created today, which is that YouTube commenter. Now,
So there you go. It's really good at editing audio and making it sound and making it flow pretty realistically, and I that's pretty crazy to me. This is Lokesh. This is all zero shot. This is zero shot inference for editing audio files, so on and so forth. Yeah, no, it's super cool. So the only difficulty is getting it all getting all installed. So WSL installation is smoother. Windows is kind of a pain in the butt, but I've got most of the Windows installation down, and so we'll just got to chug through it. I'm not sure, Lokesh, I'm not sure on the exact details on how it clones the voice, but there are, because I haven't gone through the architecture for it, but I believe what it does is it takes your voice, encodes some features of that voice audio, and then it uses it on the inference. I was reading a little bit about it, and I think what it does is it uses the audio that you feed into it, and then the text that it's trying to generate is produced with tokens at the end of that sentence, or at the end of that inference sample, or what is it, sequence, and then they just splice it back into the sentence. But I cannot explain it very well right now. Nope, cannot do it for Marin, unfortunately. Doesn't do Japanese. Let's see. Import might be a Linux. Okay. Ay. AutoCraft utils. Uname. Okay, well, let's try this. See if this gets any farther. Sorry, can't show it right now. Currently working on getting it installed first. And once it's installed, it's actually not too hard to run through. String object has no attribute sysname. Sysname. What's that? Sysname. Sysname is not a thing on Windows, I think. what's that uname? Let's see if there's sysname here. Alrighty. Well, okay, since we don't have sysname, we're just gonna go ahead and comment that out. Let's go ahead and run it one more time. Ugh. Go away. Cluster. What's up, T-Rex stars? Let's see. Update all the zip packages for Windows. Currently, the only one that I will be able to update in the near future will be the AI voice cloning repository. That one I am working on getting a updated package, so that one should be coming out sometime in the future. Because yeah, I just finished quote unquote V3 of it for other languages. But yeah, no, it's just a lot of time, a lot of work getting it all packaged up. But yeah. I'm trying to find out better ways to do emotion with TTS, so we'll see how that comes along. Two interesting projects is this one, VoiceCraft, and then I don't know if VoiceCraft does emotion yet. I'll have to play around with it a little bit more, and then also excuse me, what is it? Microsoft's Elate allows you to add. Oops, sorry. Allows you to add laughing, which is pretty cool. Oh, it's running. Okay. Sweet. 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 Okay. Demo. Sweet. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and comment this out. Sweet. The thing is with emotions, right, is we want to have text-to-speech that we can control with the emotions. Sometimes when emotions come spontaneously in the outputs, it's cool, but I'd like to be able to control the emotions a little bit better. Alrighty. Did that work? Did that work? Woo! Alright, perfect. It worked. Okay. Alrighty, just a couple of things for Windows to get it working, and we're set. Awesome, that is fantastic. Alrighty, so let's take a listen to the original sample.
But when I had approached so near to them, the common object which the sense deceives lost not by distance any of its marks.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is hide the Edge browser and show you the full screen. You got audio sample here. We got the original transcript on the left-hand side.
But when I had approached so near to them, the common object which the sense deceives lost not by distance any of its marks.
So that's the original transcript, and then the outputted transcript is this one.
But when I saw the mirage of the lake in the distance, which the sense deceives, lost not by distance any of its marks.
Oh, that's pretty good. Now that is fantastic. All right. On the inside, I am bursting with happiness, but now we need to figure out if there is a Fairyseek library out there that uses cluster, or that has changed the cluster option to that has changed the cluster option to be compatible with Windows. So what was it actually? AudioCraft, I think. AudioCraft. My God, there's a lot in here. Let's see if there's any issues open for Windows. I don't know if I want to search through issues for something that I have a fix for. Okay, so yeah, I've got a fix for it. So let me just go ahead and build it myself. All right. Git clone. Alrighty. Directory CD. AudioCraft LS. Okay, so AudioCraft utils cluster uname. I just had to change this into get user or what was it? Or get login. Get login. And then I'm just going to comment these out because we don't care about any of those. And we'll build it that way. So okay. Let's take a look at our distribution here. Let's see if this is yeah, let's see. Okay. Pip install AudioCraft. dist. Is AutoCraft dist, right? Dist. Okay, audio craft dist. Okay, why doesn't it want to do autofill? Due to an OS error. Let's see. How are we doing it in VoiceCraft? Oh, we're installing in editable mode here. Ah. Okay, well, in this case, I think what I want to do is I'll just fork it. Yeah, I'll just fork it at this hash, and then go from there. Okay, I gotta sign in real quick. Let's see, GitHub. Okay, and we're logged in. Cool. A compiled exe for Windows. So it's possible, but the reason that I moved away from exes was I was using PyInstaller and it was causing a lot of issues. So I haven't found a way other than using PyInstaller to make exes. And yeah, that's basically why. I haven't given enough time and thought into making a single file exe, but it would be a huge file. It'd probably be like 15 gigabytes because of the packages. So I think it would boot up pretty slowly. Okay. So this is the one. We're gonna go ahead and forget AutoCraft. Copy the main branch. Create a fork. Okay. So what I'm going to do is edit AutoCraft real quick inside of my own fork. So first I'm going to clone it. So just so you guys can see what I am going to be working on. So here we have AudioCraft in a new repository. What in the world is this? I'm just going to go ahead and cancel out of there. New terminal. Yeah, usually it's the thing with Python and dependencies is like 99% of my time, when 95% of my time with Python is chasing down dependencies and making sure dependencies work together. So that's usually the biggest issue. And there's just so many different versions, and trying to do version control is pretty it's a pretty tough thing. I know Conda is supposed to take care of that automatically, but sometimes it just takes too long to sort through all of that. Mamba is supposed to be a little bit better with that as well. But one thing that I do want to try is I think like the Ooba Booga text UI has a pretty neat way of doing it, where it installs its own Conda package along with the repository. I think that's a pretty cool way of going about things. But the reason that I package up everything into a distributable Python library, or a distributable Python runtime, is that you don't have to download anything from the web, so you can just download all in one package. So that's why I've chosen to go with that instead. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and do conda activate. Oh, actually, we don't need to do conda activate that. Instead, we can just modify what we need to modify, which would be utils cluster, and change uname into get login, and comment this guy out, comment this one out. Don't need that. Get oops. Maybe get status here. Get add, get commit. Make a change for Windows. This is for VoiceCraft. And then we can go ahead and push that. So let's go ahead and push it. Alright, CLS, clear that guy out. Alright, refresh this. Alright, we've got a fresh push here. And so I should be able to just now install. I should be able to just install that one actually. Alright, so let's go back into let's see. Where is it? There we go. Alright, we're in back here. So I should be able to just take this installation and modify it a little bit. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is change it to my repo. Here, hold on. Let's do code here. All right. Change that out. Don't need this hash number here. And my camera died. I am currently frozen. So just go ahead and take this out. Throw this back in here. CLS, copy paste. Okay, hold on one second. Let me put a new battery in my camera. Okay, so I get that. All right. Okay. Actually, what? There. Neither worked. Weird. Oh, it's because I wasn't inside. Okay. So, what I can do is, clone this repo. So we do get clone AudioCraft, cd into AudioCraft, and we'll do pip install as editable dot. Right, and that's gonna run through the installation here. Okay, it wants to download some incompatible PyTorch versions, so we'll have to go back and bring these back to the right version. Dun, dun, dun. I probably could just take those out since it is my own package now. Requirements. Please make sure you have a PyTorch that is installed. Okay, yeah. Come on, install quicker so I can uninstall you. Okay, so uninstall, pip uninstall torch. Okay, yes. Copy paste, enter. Okie dokie. Installing collected packages. What else? What else do I need to do? Requires torch point, whatever. That's okay. Xformers. What Xformers does VoiceCraft use? That's fine actually. Cool. So this should work with no issues. Fingers crossed. And if it works, then we'll know that the package, that this modified package for AudioCraft works. Trying. Xformers can't load. Oh, I have to rebuild. I have to rebuild it. Oh, hey, but it processed without Triton. Okay, but yeah, what I had to do is I had to reinstall Xformers equals 0.0.22. Yeah, I think that should get rid of it. Alright, perfect. Yep, I got rid of it. Alrighty. Well, that was a little convoluted, but yeah, that is the life of installing open source projects and getting them working correctly. Let's take a listen real quick. Or let's edit the file actually and make it say something else. Let's see. But when I had approached so near them, so near to the common object which the sense deceives, lost not by distance any of its marks. But when I saw the mirage, say, saw the beautiful sky in the distance. Alrighty. Let's run inference on that there. Cool. Let's take a listen to the original file.
But when I had approached so near to them, the common object which the sense deceives lost not by distance any of its marks.
Alrighty.
But when I saw the beautiful skyline in the distance which the sense deceives lost not by distance any of its marks.
That is so good. That is crazy. My goodness. All right. Well, ideally, I'd like to get this into a Gradio interface. So that that I could undo these things. Let's see. SGR save Gradio interface.py import Gradio as gr. Okay, we could probably just start throwing everything into here and deleting extra stuff. Delete these. I'm gonna need okay. Hyperparameters for inference. I could probably leave those there. Oops. Go ahead and change this target transcript. Left margin, right margin. Oh, where'd they go? Hello? Can you use RVC with Tortoise TTS pipeline as an API? I mean, you can use it as a Python module. I mean, you can call the code. I mean, you can call that an API. But the, what is it? I've actually come to terms. I think that the RVC TTS pipeline, there are some fixes or changes that it did in there that you need to do. You need to download RVC so that you can actually just use the RVC repository itself as the source for all of the code that you need to call. If you want to use RVC with Tortoise TTS, I already have it inside of the WebUI. At the current moment, you can't upload it all to Hugging Face because my AI voice cloning repository would need to be set up for Linux. And then you'd have to host a space for it. I appreciate it. I'm glad that people are still using the audiobook. I need to come back to it, but I've been stacked with all these other things, so any improvement I make to Tortoise gives the audio bookmaker a boost. Let's see. Load the import shutil. Okay. Here, we're actually going to comment out this. Don't need that anymore. Output directory. All right, let's turn this all into a function. Call this diff run inference. Oops. Run inference. Run inference. Inference. Okay. Alrighty. If main gosh dang it, I always forget. If name equals main. Alright. Then we can go ahead and set up our Gradio interface. Demo equals Gradio dot interface. And I don't know how to do Gradio off the top of my head, so I'm gonna have to pull some from some code. Gradio interface. Oh, there's another way to do it. Yeah, let me go into. Let's go into my repository. Let's go into here, repos. AI voice cloning repo. Let's go into source WebUI. All right, how do we do it inside of the WebUI here? We'll use MRQ as inspiration. With GR blocks as a UI. I believe this is called from main as well. Okay, we'll go ahead and just I'll just run this, see what happens here. Yeah, Tortoise is remarkably slow. I don't think anyone said it was too fast. We've tried to make Tortoise faster by implementing. If you run it with Hi-Fi again, it's not too bad, but the diffusion model really makes it super slow if you're running it with the diffusion model. It just sounds the best though, in my opinion. I'll set up args. Yeah, I'll just set it up from scratch. We'll read the documentation, see how to do this. Interesting. Okay, here. This is what I remember how to do, actually. Yeah, in text-to-speech, I'd say quality over quantity. The only issue with Tortoise and many of the other autoregressive inference models is that there are a lot of hallucinations where it has artifacts and sounds a little weird. Now that's one thing that we haven't found a way to figure out. Alright, let's do this. GR blocks. Why type it? Okay. Okay, this I know how to do. GR row. Let's see, text box. GR text box. Value. go ahead and run this just to check it out. Tortoise trained with 4090 default configuration. For 30 to 40% VRAM, is that normal? If you're running 30 to 40% VRAM, you can probably increase your batch size so that you can use more of it. Or, okay, wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. If you're using 24 out of 24 gigabytes of RAM, you can't increase your chunk size, but your GPU should be at 100% usage. Mine usually is when I'm training tortoise models. Okay, local host 7860 text box. Cool. Okay. Cool. Alright, and these are... I'm gonna leave the hyperparameters down there, but we'll put them inside of... We'll do a generate button equals gr dot button. Value equals generate sample. Okay. All right, we will need to do generate button dot click. Function. Oops. Is it fn? Fn. Function equals run inference. Your inputs equals none. Outputs equals none. Some audio elements for output. Okay, so voice. Choose weights. Equals pre-trained. Equals item for item in weights in os.list dir weights folder. Okay, return choices. Return choices. we'll do a drop down. Forget yeah, choices equals choices. Choose weights. Choices equal choices. Yeah, equals nada. Okay, let's go ahead and run that. Drop down object is not iterable. Shit, I forget how to do this one. Alright, I'll have to reference how I do it inside of the AI voice cloning repository real quick. Let's see, open with code. I guess I have to do, guess I can't have a function inside of here. I have to do something like, models list first and do choose weights, because then it'll return it, and then do something like, return choices equals models list. Oh, and then label equals choose models. Drop down. Okay, let's run that. Cannot call self outside of, oops, it's outside of blocks. It is. Ready? Let's go ahead and launch this. All right, localhost 7860, choose model. Cool. All right, let me modify this item for item in OS list. If item dot ends with dot pth. I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and rerun that. Okay, refresh. Cool. We got our model to run inference with. Choose pre-trained. Choose pre-trained model. Use GR. Yeah, here we go. Forward one. Do with GR column. Do you want to do another column? Text box equals text box equals high. See if I'm doing that one correctly. Okay, I'm not doing that correctly. With GR column. I think what I have to do is with GR column, and then I'll have to do the GR column inside of that. Gradio column. Oh, wait one moment. Hold on a second. Go row column. Row column. I have to put them into columns. Okay. Row. Put this into a column. Okay, there you go. I think that's right. There you go. In this case, I should be able to have this text box on the right hand side, which will end up being the console output. And then there you go. Okay. Alrighty. What else do we need to put inside of here? And those will be hard-coded. Okay, we'll want some transcripts. Target transcripts. Original audio. Set this up like here. Models drop down. We need next is original transcript. And then we can do gr text box. All right, enter audio transcript here. Let's see, text box. Show copy text align type out of focus. Interactive. Okay, yeah, then we gotta do interactive true just to make it explicit. Cool. And then we want target transcript equals gr text box. New value equals enter target transcript here. There's no console. Status text box. All right. Value equals none. Interactive false. Okay, should be able to do this. And then audio file path equals gr transcript. Oops, text box with a value of What's up, sis? Thank you for tuning in. Oh yeah, VoiceCraft. I've had my eye on it all week. I'm just waiting for the weights to be released. So currently what I've finished is I got it running in WSL, and then I wanted to get it running in Windows, so now we have it running in Windows, and so now I'm just creating a Gradio interface for it so that it looks nicer. in path to audio file here. Label audio file path. Is it true that 11 Labs uses Koki TTS? No. 11 Labs uses something that's truly their own, because I haven't seen any of that in open source. They might be using, or not might, but my biggest guess is they're using an autoregressive model behind the scenes as well. Just based on some of the samples that I've gotten back from them in the past. But it's completely different, I'm assuming, on the back end. Okay, label equals original transcript. Label equals target transcript. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, transcript. Right, so I need original transcript. Let's see. Checkpoint FN. Right, checkpoint FN. What else do I need? Original transcript. Where is they're used here, but target transcript. Why isn't it not? I see. Here, let me comment these out so I can find them. Okay. Target transcript. Okay, that's it. Okay, inputs list. Oh, models. Models drop down. Let's see. Oh, audio file path. Audio file path. Where is that one? Orig audio, that's what that's called. Orig audio. Orig audio. Okay, so I need to pass those four correctly. Is there a Tortoise TTS API in Hugging Face? RVC API in Hugging Face? I believe I've seen an RVC API in Hugging Face, but I don't remember where. For Tortoise, no, not that I'm aware of. Okie dokie. Transcript. Target transcript. audio file path, audio file path, and then model choice. I'll say model choice. No problemo. Do I watch anime? Yes. Everyone does. I'm just kidding. Not everyone, but yes, I do watch anime. Just look at my background. Alrighty, cool. So I'm gonna choose the big guy here. I'm gonna use this. Favorite anime? ReZero. I think there's a long history on my channel, especially when it was a Japanese channel, that ReZero was my favorite anime. Alrighty, let's go ahead and click on generate. Nothing's happening. Generate. Click. Oh. Ah, I see what's going on here. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, they're both pretty cool. I like those guys. JJK and Demon Slayer. Yeah, no, I use ReZero as like my example texts for like everything. Alright, here is the issue. No, it's not because outputs is none. It's because I didn't pass the correct path. What I have to do is os.path.join weights folder. There we go. And issue solved. Okie dokie. Generate sample. Oh. Ah. Okay. Issue not solved. Let's see. What I have to do is take this out, go back up here, change it, do checkpoint fn equals os.join, os.path.join, pre-trained points, checkpoint fn. All right. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Let me do the work. All right, run. All right, no file or directory pre-trained. Giga 830M pre-trained weights. Where are we at? Let's because of the double slash pre-trained weights. Ugh. .43 p.m. Right now it's 12:14 a.m. for me, so I gotta go to sleep soon. I gotta go to sleep soon. I'm actually going to an anime fair tomorrow, so. Like 12:43. Hey, there you go. Wait a second. It is not 12:43 a.m. in California. It is 12:15 in California. Oh, there you go. There you go. I see it. 8:14 in Denmark. My goodness. Or 8:14 a.m. or 8 p.m. Hip hop time. What would hip hop time be? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do the I usually use the 24-hour clock. All my devices have 24-hour clock. Just used it like that. It's just better. 24-hour clock supremacy. Alright, we'll have to do checkpoint fn dot replace. We'll do backslashes. We'll replace these with forward slashes. Okay, let's try that. There is a folder named pre-trained. Oh, you are correct, my good sir. Pre-trained models is what the folder is called. Appreciate it. You are correct. Pre-trained models. Alrighty. With that, we should be good to go. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your input. I appreciate it. All right, cool, perfect. Now what I need to do is return those audio files. I think I can do this, return save, and then have a output audio equal gr audio, and then the value is equivalent to nada until label is equivalent to new label, new audio, and then this I can now output to that output audio. Okay, cool, let's do that. Is it possible to use other fine-tuned models? Yeah, if you are using Tortoise CTS, you can use other people's models. You just have to put them into the correct directory, which I believe would be training, and then you have to name a folder, and inside of that folder name you have to put it inside of fine tunes and models. I think that's it. I'm gonna make it a little bit easier though to use other fine tuned models for tortoise eventually though. Source code. Well, I think I'm gonna fork. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fork the repository, the VoiceCraft repository, and then it'll probably be up there on my GitHub. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, audio path. Throw this in here. No transcript. Okay. Let's go ahead and generate a sample. Finished. All right, there we go. I think that's it.
But when I saw the beautiful skyline in the distance, which the sense deceives, lost not by distance any of its marks.
Alrighty, cool. That is awesome. But you know what I just realized is that this is an older version of Gradio actually. Hold on. Pip show Gradio. Who said we could use Gradio 3 on here? Okay, that's okay. I'm not going to try to move to Gradio 4 because it might break things. Yeah, I think we need to stay at Pydantic 1.10 for this probably, so we have to stay at Gradio 3. Okay, whatever. Text box. Value. Call this label. What am I gonna call this? Out. Progress. I could probably add progress to this. I'll do that later maybe if I have time. Of course, no problem, Lokesh. Good luck on your stuff. Finished. To return a list of items. I think I can return a list of items. It's gonna go to status text box. I think there's a better way to do this, but very much appreciate it. Hopefully you gained some knowledge from watching me run through the process and some insight. Let's go ahead and generate sample. Cannot read properties of undefined reading props. What does that mean? Hold on, let me try that again. Everything takes time. If everything was instant, then there would be no worth towards anything. Can I not just do that? Return a string. Let's see. Interesting. Oops. Status text box. I wonder if I have to return back a yeah. Oh, it's because I'm asking an LLM on the side that you can't see. No, I'm not Code Llama. It's Claude 3 to be exact. All right, let's run through that. Cannot read properties of undefined reading prompts. Why? What does that mean? React. Okay, I'll have to read up on that later. tuple. Let's try that instead. IBM 1401 videos. Oh my goodness. That is some ancient technology there. It's crazy to think about how far we've come in terms of tech. Supercomputers back then compared to nowadays, it's crazy. I think for my first like computer, it was a tiny old Dell laptop, but for me that was like in 2008. I'm a youngin'. I'm only 25. Amiga. I've never heard of an Amiga. Unfortunately, my knowledge of older computers is not up to par, up to spec. What in the heck is happening? Hold on, give me a second. Oh. I think what I have to do is I have to assign appropriately the value inside of the tuple in the output here. Oh my god, LLMs are being stupid. Don't want. Let's take a look at it again. Unfortunately, I lack the underlying knowledge to know why that's an issue. Yeah, no Copilot. I guess I'm still old school, meaning I type the prompts into into the LLMs and then take the code and paste it or use it or ask them questions instead of have it autofill for me.
But when I saw the beautiful...
Okay, so that works. So then why when I pass back... Maybe I have to, Gradio text box. Oops. Ah, shit, hold on. Wait a second. Let's just try this real quick. Okay, dokie. So it doesn't like when I return two items. Okay, so it works. It works when I use one or the other, but it does not work when I use both. Wow. Why? What? What happened? What did I do differently? Did the issue just resolve its? I have no clue what I just did differently that changed anything, and it just works now. What? Oh well, it works. My brain. Okay, cool. Whatever.
But when I saw the beautiful skyline in the distance, which the sense deceives, lost not by distance any of its marks.
Okay, whatever. I guess so. Alright, we'll do an old one. I know, right? I am doing exactly that. I am adding additional functionality, and this is how things go. Alrighty, so now if I can pass back 2, I can pass back 3. That is how it should go. Alrighty, let's refresh the page on that one, see how that goes. Will I make a video for the package version AI voice cloning? Yes. I do plan on making a video on that. I was going to make a video where you could do a manual installation. That was supposed to be coming out on Thursday, but I got busy. I ran into some issues with the repository. Like, I didn't actually realize, but the manual setup has been broken for months on there. So my bad. So the setup bat didn't actually work correctly, but it does now. So I'll be coming out with the video on that eventually in the future. So there'll be 2 videos. There'll be one where it's the package version of it, and then there'll be another where it's the manual setup. Okay, I can return back 3 already. So, with all the glory of trying to get this working, well, we got 2 now. We got old audio.
But when I had approached so near to them, the common object which the sense deceives lost not by distance any of its marks.
And then the new one.
But when I saw the beautiful skyline in the distance, which the sense deceives, lost not by distance any of its marks.
Oh, that's crazy. That is so good. Let's see. Let's see. But when I had let's see. What did they do? So here is the transcript for the original audio, and then here is the modified transcript. So basically, I can modify the original audio file to say something different. So hey, let's just change this up a little bit. Let's say, yeah, so sorry about that, T-Rex and others. I totally forgot to upload some stuff into there, and that was did not realize that was the case. But when we, I don't know, let's say, went walking through the forest, a large one, albeit. We'll just generate for that. Alrighty, so this here is the original transcript, and then this is the target transcript. Let's see what we got.
But when I had approached
Original?
so near to them, the common object which the sense deceives lost not by distance any of its marks.
And then the new audio.
But when we went walking through the forest, a large one, albeit lost not by distance any of its marks.
Oh, that's crazy. That's really wild. Now it is low fidelity right now. It's at, I think it's 16 hertz sample rate. But like say you ran this through RVC or something along the lines of that, you can get something that's actually pretty good. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let me see. Yeah, 16K hertz is what it was trained on, I believe so. That's just the limitation. But it's only the limitation now. This is the first that I've seen of this type of technology that works really good. So we're bound to see it improve in leaps and bounds probably very soon. All right, I've got a new audio path that I want to try this out with. So let me actually, let's go ahead and turn this down, go into Gradio interface. And then, let's see. What I actually need to do here is change this up and change this to I need to add clean in here so that it can process a new audio sample. So we shall go ahead and rerun this. Yeah, we'll probably see this technology adapt in many different ways. I can imagine this being used as like a video editing tool in the future, stuff like that. modifying any mistakes inside of audio that you might need trimmed out, stuff like it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I have yet to try out Meta Voice. I know Meta Voice I should be able to run on my system, so. All right, enter audio file path. Let's try this one out. I actually need to I forget. I'm gonna try Melina from Elden Ring, but I gotta figure out what she says.
If the rays of grace signal the castle, then
Let's see. If the rays of grace signal the castle. If the rays of... Yeah, you guys can't see what I'm doing, actually. If the rays of grace signal the castle.
the Elden Ring beckons you.
The Elden Ring beckons you. Okay, let's say the Elden Ring beckons you. Say the Lord of the Rings. Oh. What do we get here? Inference we gotta run? Okay. Generate sample. But okay. Oh, hold on. Yeah, this would definitely fix voice and speaking voice and all that stuff. All right. Oh, let's see. Real Callum plays. AI voice money repo for Linux also needs RVC pipeline to be manually installed. Yeah, yeah. There are definitely some issues just trying to manually convert the batch scripts to SH scripts, but they should work fine. So glad you're able to get it working. Oh, what the heck happened? Hello? Hold on. Oh, oops. I need to go to where's my Gradio interface? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Okay. I have too many windows open. Here, actually, let me actually put this inside of segment code VoiceCraft demo. Slap this into here. Actually, we'll just go ahead and rename this test. Here, what I'm going to do is demo test.wave. Here we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and try this from here. Python should have logs for some things, but I think if you have a lot of things running in different threads, it's a little bit harder to follow along. Okay, let's go ahead and run. Errors are gone. Pull requests are definitely welcome. but don't feel pressured to make one if it's too much work. But I'd have to get a Linux distro working as well too, so I could verify that it's working as well too. Ideally, it should be able to work on if I can test it in WSL and get it working there, should be fine. But yeah, no, the at the current state though, the AI voice cloning repository has a bunch of changes inside of the batch script to where a lot more things were automated, such as automated FFmpeg, automated, just basically automated everything actually. Alrighty, so let's see, old audio.
If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Art of the Rings beckons you.
Interesting. Cool. So it looks like it works. Original transcript, target transcript. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing a lot of testing with this in the future just to try it out and see what these models are capable of. But so far, the speech editing has been fantastic on samples that I've tried out. And then there's another side that I haven't even tried out as well, which is the inference TTS. So that'll be an interesting thing as well to see. Yeah, no, I got this working in WSL, and I actually think it works faster in WSL, but I wanted to get it up and running in Windows as well. Let's say then, make sure you walk towards the light. Change that up. What am I trying to do? I'm not trying to do anything right now. I'm just testing it out. So I don't think I'm going to code anymore tonight. I got to go to sleep. So just going to run a few more inferences. And after that will be bedtime. One thing that's inefficient inside of the script right now is this MFA option. So this might need to be looked at in the future, because this is the one that takes extra time, like 50 or so seconds. Alright, 57 seconds. My goodness. Phonemizer word count mismatch on 200% of lines.
If the rays of grace signal the castle, then make sure you walk towards the light.
Oh, that's really good. But the thing is, so the 57 seconds isn't actually necessary, because like if you're running a modification on a file, you don't have to run the alignment each time. So there's like this inefficiency right here where it's rerunning the MFA align, but if you run it without clean, it will just it won't allow you to use new files, so that you kind of had to swap these out between no clean and clean, or else you won't be able to try out new files. But once you have the transcript already aligned, you shouldn't need to run MFA align. Let's see. Align temp, MFA alignments. Where is this temp folder at? I could probably add a quick if-else statement in here, actually. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's try this again.
If the rays of
Original
grace
audio.
signal the castle, then the Elden Ring beckons you. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then make sure you walk towards the light.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I could add a Boolean check. That's actually what I was about to do. Let's see. Align temp exist. Okay. Let's see. Original audio checkpoint. Aligned. File name. Original audio copy. Now, how would I know that the CSV already exists? Let's try if this is the original audio, right? If it's os dot base name, os dot path dot base name of original audio. In let's see, what's that lister of align temp, then pass else, run it with clean. Okay. Okay, I think this should be free. This should be good. This should work. New file selected changes the arg run MFA alignment. Oh, that is true. That's actually good. So that it prepares the MFA before running the inference instead of running it all in sequence. That would be an improvement. Yeah, you are correct on that one. Oh man, there are a lot of things that can be done to make this more user friendly. So we shall see. Let me see if my Boolean check did good stuff though. I think I did this wrong. We'll run it one more time just to see. Yeah, I should also probably have a section where it loads all of the models as well. I think that takes a little bit of time too. All right, let's rerun. Let's see, original audio. Oh, it goes straight into the S. Hold on. Base name equals. Yeah, we'll get this part ironed out, and then I'll end the stream there. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty, let's go ahead, generate. Origin base name is test.wave. And then align temp files. Oh. Split. Hold on, I forget which one is split. Python split. String split. Okay. I gotta run it after. Dot split on dot separator, and we're gonna take the first value. Okay, I think that is how that works. Okay. Origin base name. Huh? Wait, where's file name coming from? File name. Oh, I already have a file name. Oops. Hold on. I don't need that. If. Oh, I already have it here. Jeez. Okay. If file name in align temp files. Oh, wait. I have to do this. For item, I have to do a for loop. For item in align temp files. If file name in item if oh wait you can do a generator, right? If any file name in line can I do this? I forget. Hold on. I think this will work. Okay, that's right. Wait, bool object is not iterable. Okay, maybe not. I see. Okay. Right, so we can do that, and that should accomplish the goal, according to Claude 3. If not any file name in F4 file in... Okay. If not any file name in item for item in align temp file. Okay, let's go through that. All right, nice. And we skipped it. Cool, perfect. Nice. Now let's change the name from test to test2. Right, and let's rerun that. No such file or directory. Test2. Oops. Test2. Alrighty, there you go. Cool, perfect. There we go. The Boolean works, and we are good to go. Any return true if any iterable. Cool.
If the rays of grace signal the castle, then make sure you walk towards the light.
Wow, that's crazy. That's so good. Let's say if you find danger beyond the fog, avoid, run away. Words count mismatch on 400% of the lines. Interesting. Alrighty.
If the rays of grace signal the castle, then make sure you walk towards the light. If you find danger beyond the fog, run away.
Interesting. Okay, so it fades away there. Interesting. Let's say the Elden Ring beckons you. Assert start. Too long? Probably too long. I have no clue what the issue is for that. Clear again. I'll restart it. assert. All right, let's see. I wonder. Yeah, I have to take a look at those and see what causes the issues, but mm, mm, mm. 50 seconds. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder what's causing that issue then. The ring beckons you. Yeah, it's probably something related to how different the target transcript is from the original transcript. I would assume that's the issue.
If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the castle, the ring, beckons you.
What? Interesting. Perhaps it's time to turn back. Okay, generate sample.
If the rays of grace signal the castle, perhaps it's time to turn back.
Alrighty, well, that is cool. That is gonna be pretty much it. I mean, I think I streamed for, Jesus, 3.5 hours already. But, time flies when you're having trouble. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's live stream. That's just me going over VoiceCraft. And, yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hope you found something useful out of this. So, see you guys later, and good night.